In truth, I cannot tell how much time has passed since I sent that letter.
Welcome back to Darkest Dungeon. Still trying to get myself up and running in this establishment. I'm starting to realize that, wow, I have not done the beginning game well in the slightest. Because now it's starting to be a... normally at this point the game is starting to feel kind of like a slog, but it's even more so because I am having a hard time with survival and managing. Do gotta say though, Loon did a good job surviving the last dungeon even though he was woefully ill-equipped for it. He was one level underneath for it.
I mean, he's level 3, that's the level you take veteran dungeons at.
He was level 2 actually, he leveled up last dungeon.
Oh, did he?
Mm-hmm. Also, these, none of these quests are giving any good rewards, honestly.
Boss fight.
I could have done I could have done the boss fight, but it's giving me another lock though. So why would I do that?
Because it's a boss fight.
I mean, sure, but why would I do that? I think at this point I'm kind of realizing I might need to start fixing these people, so maybe I need money.
I mean, that's something the thread fucking yelled at you about, so...
Yeah, they were 100% right about the disease portion, so I'm definitely getting on that.
Look, our team may be riddled with disease, but at least they're not hungry, okay?
Yeah, hunger is obviously more important, seeing how the moment I tried to appease the viewer by reducing my food outtake, I fucking get a hunger mechanic and stress.
And then you fucking run away without completing the dungeon.
The dungeon was completed, we finished the quest, everything's fine.
You finished the quest, but there was so much more loot you could have gotten.
Yeah, I won't say none to that.
Yep. You gotta roll the bones, I went. I'll also touch the bones.
No, I don't touch bones. This also gives me an opportunity to play with that new bounty hunter helmet we got.
Oh yeah, that's good. It's a good trinket.
It's so weird because I've come to realize lately that the bounty hunter isn't as strong as I remember. Because I remember him being a fucking whirlwind of damage output even without marks. And nowadays he just kind of pales in comparison to the leper and the hellion.
Yeah, the bounty hunter I find is just more effective on a mark team nowadays. I don't know if he got nerfed at some point.
It really feels like he got nerfed, honestly.
Yeah, because I remember in early access he was a powerhouse, especially compared to the leper who didn't do that much more damage and missed a whole lot more.
I mean, the bounty hunter definitely has some aspects. If I get a couple accessories for him, if I get a couple accessories for him, he has a really good bleed skill in rank 3, and then I can make a long-range bounty hunter. But as a melee man, it definitely seems like he's been hamstringed.
Must be recovered.
So, I never really touched on this much, but I feel like, by comparison to everything else in the game at this point, I feel like the Weald is the hardest dungeon by far. The Weald is just unfair with its enemy layouts, and we're gonna see exactly why today.
I mean, I wouldn't ever say the Weald's unfair.
I personally think it's unfair because 2 grunts get 50% protection. That's fucking brutal.
Yeah.
Also, we haven't seen this guy yet. Say hello to the fungus giant.
Pretty sure we've seen him before.
I don't know.
Several times.
I don't know if we have or not.
I don't think he's ever used his big fuck you attack, but
oh yeah, you're right. Okay.
Fairly sure we've seen him.
I've had people also mentioning that I should be using the stun more, namely you, and I'm using an accessories layout that allows that. It's a bit less on healing, but hey, stun is going to be very important in the future, so I can't be using that sacred scroll anymore.
Yep. This game is not about healing. This game is about damage mitigation.
You're not wrong. We're gonna see that all the healing in the world can't save you under certain circumstances.
I mean, healing in this game is just to keep people off death's door. That's all I use it for. There's so much more you can do with just a single attack rather than a fully healed character.
So that's the Fungus Giants' big fuck-off move. It's Tree Branch Smackdown.
I am surprised it did so little damage.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it hit low on the RNG because that thing can do, on average, 25 damage.
Yeah, I've seen it crit for like 70, so...
That should just be dead. You're dead. You're fucking dead.
It really should be. There's no reason anyone should survive that.
I feel like if damage sends you over 20 HP under your max health, you should be fucking dead.
Wealth beyond measure, awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
It's also a fucking tree branch in your side. I feel like there's no surviving that period. Yeah.
Layout.
This is why I consider the Weald to be unfair, because of this stack. All of these enemies have at least 30% prot, and it turns the entire fight into a slog.
Yeah. I mean, granted, when they first introduced the mushroom guy's attack on marked people, that was ridiculous. And this fight was damn near impossible in higher difficulties.
Yeah. I'm glad they toned it down, but still, I don't mind damage, because with my playstyle, damage doesn't matter, because I'm smart. Haha.
Yeah.
But now, with just half damage done all the time, this is not a fun fight just by merit of, it takes so fucking long.
Also, you really don't have any back row damage you could do.
Yeah, I was mainly hoping to do the old bait the hook and switch maneuver, but I forgot that the helmet has negative 25 move capabilities. So I can't do the old trick of dealing with the back row, and that's gonna become very important this video.
Yeah, I mean, you essentially brought an old school meat grinder team here.
Well, not essentially. I did bring the old school meat grinder.
Yeah.
I do like using the Antiquarian's heal when I have her heal accessory, but as it stands, it's not good.
No, sure not.
How much damage are you gonna do?
Their formation is broken.
I gotta give the bounty hunter credit. When something is marked, he's really good.
Oh yeah.
But if you're not using marks, he's not great. Ever.
I mean, if you just bring him as a rank 3 or 4 position fucker-upper, he's really good.
Yeah. Oh yeah, somebody in the YouTube comments was mentioning, they were asking if the skill Finish Him is any good on the bounty hunter, which is a regular damage attack. It only does extra damage on stunned enemies. However, it has the capacity to hit rank 3. And I'd say it's an okay skill. It's not useful in every situation, though, because as we've been talking about before, the bounty hunter's gimmick is that it doesn't have good damage right out the gate. The reason why Collect Bounty is so good is because it does so much damage to marked targets and humans. So in that situation where I did 23 damage to the protected fungus man, it was because the fungus men are considered human and marked. So I was doing, what, 140%? No, 120% damage. I can't math.
Also, as we've talked about before, due to the way the initiative system works, you can't always count on the guy you stun staying stunned when the bounty hunter moves.
Yeah.
So it's just a little inconsistent.
So by comparison, if you mark a target, Collect Bounty does 100% plus 120% damage, while Finish Him is just 100% plus 40, if it works. But I wouldn't say Finish Him is bad. I cannot say Finish Him is bad because It is a melee skill that does full damage to a rank 3 target. You almost never see that on a front row hero. It's just that using it's just that with Finish Him, you're not going to be using it for its unique mechanic.
Right.
Which is very odd. I feel like Finish Him could use a buff because as the game stands, it's almost impossible to get its gimmick off. I would think for Finish Him to be any good, it would need to be a skill that does more damage if someone is, say, below 50 or 25% HP.
That would be good.
Yeah, because it would fit the theme of the attack. Finish him. Mm-hmm. Like, I understand what they were going for with the Mortal Kombat naming convention. However, yeah, it would be better if it was like if the enemy is at less than 50% HP and it would say do 70% extra damage. That way, it would finish the fight, but it wouldn't be as powerful as a ready to go collect bounty.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, I aspire to be a game designer. Of course, I don't know how to code, I can't draw, I'm just an idea guy. Whoops.
It's okay, you could be the next John Romero.
Yeah.
Everyone loves him.
I could own gas station memorabilia. God, I remember while I was still in college, somebody posted a picture of John Romero wearing a gas station uniform and working at a gas station. He had a gas station uniform on, and it looked like he was in a gas station. And this was in an image board thread, so everyone was like, man, what the fuck happened to John Romero? Did Daikatana really fuck him up? And then you fast forward about a year ago where somebody was like, no, John Romero just really likes gas station memorabilia. And I'm like, what the hell?
Also, to be fair, John Romero was not just an ideas guy. He was a pretty good level designer. But yeah.
Ah, yeah. That's something I could do. I could design levels. It's basically like Legos, right?
Oh, yeah. Also, I didn't realize until just now that this was a collection mission. So, that shows how much I paid attention.
Well, that's always been the issue I had with Darkest Dungeon. I mentioned this before, and I'm going to mention it again. There's no real variety in the missions. Like,
yeah.
I mean, props to Red Hook for doing what they did and making the collect missions more incentivized. But really, in these missions, all you're going to be doing is either murdering everything or exploring everything.
Right.
Inversely, when we go to XCOM 2, we have hack the object, escort the target, assassinate the target, kill all the enemies, find the unique gimmick. XCOM had a lot of things that you could be doing, and it helped keep the...
The path is clear.
Oh, I had Sanctuary, never mind.
Only the strength to follow it.
That's right. Shonkel was one of my favorite Vestals.
Yeah, there's kind of a lot they could do to add more variety to the standard missions. Like as it stands, like really only the boss fights stand out.
Yeah.
In these long stretches.
Though I'm trying to figure out how you would do something like XCOM's missions in Darkest Dungeon, because assassinate the targets are basically boss fights. Collect missions are basically the hacking missions. And then you have exploration and combat, which are the same thing as, you know, basic XCOM missions. So I'm wondering how would you do variety in Darkest Dungeon? Oh, here's a good one. A town event. A town event of rescue someone deep within a dungeon. It would work a lot like the later dungeons where the dungeons are preset, but they're much longer. And by doing these town events, you would gain a hero.
I actually thought about something like that a while back. Basically, you would go into a dungeon with like maybe 2 people and have to rescue heroes who are stranded out there, and actually get more party members as the mission goes on.
That would be a good plot event. It would be like the it would be like the Blackwing in Chrono Trigger, where your team gets captured, you're only one dude, and then you have to find everybody. I think the big issue with that, though, would be balancing the fights, because with Darkest Dungeon... With Darkest Dungeon, a lot of the fights are randomly generated, as seen here.
Mm-hmm.
So trying to do a situation where you get your team back and balancing fights for one person versus 2 people versus 3 people on the fly is a lot trickier in code, I'd imagine. Now
yeah, it is.
Now onto a totally different topic. I feel like I'm cursed with this game, because it seems like anytime I do a medium or long mission and I use my last piece of wood, stretch damage just comes out of fucking nowhere.
How quickly the tide turns.
Like, anybody else feel that? Because I feel like that's a huge problem I have with this game. Not as a grievance so much as I feel like me myself is cursed.
I can't honestly say I've ever felt that. I mean, sometimes the stress just happens. This game is about rolling with the punches, man.
Yeah.
There's really no... I mean, I can tell you there's nothing built into the game to say, okay, he used his last firewood, quick, pile on the stress.
Well, there is an AI logic in that once you hit veteran dungeons, the orange colors, the AI definitely is more prone to doing a focus fire.
Mm-hmm.
They especially, this was like part of their patch notes too, they said, we modified the AI, in higher difficulties, enemies will now cooperate and focus fire. And it's really, really fucking noticeable. Case in point.
Yep. I mean, it makes sense that once you start fighting harder enemies, they will actually fight smarter. I have no problem with this.
Yeah. It makes sense. It's something enemies should do.
Injury.
The only issue is this team has, in no way or capacity, means to reduce that. I have no ways of reducing the action economy. My ability to move enemies is stymied. I have no long-range abilities. This is the worst team for the Weald.
Why don't you ever bring Flashbang or the uppercut on the bounty hunter?
I have the uppercut, I just haven't been using it because I want to, for some odd reason, I just wanted to remove the mushroom dudes too, and that's a bad thing.
Yeah.
Notice how not even a minute ago...
You're about to have a fucking heart attack.
Yeah, not even a minute ago, Hankasha was only at 38 stress. Now she's at 150. Or not Hankasha, Shunkel.
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 Now I do have corpse mitigation, which, I mean, I guess is okay, but it's not enough.
Yeah.
The damage is done. Also, note that we...
I'm just hoping this is the video where we finally get to show off heart attacks.
Notice how also before this fight we had a full torch? Not anymore.
Oh yeah, that's right, the cultists ruin your torch every time they stress you out.
Yeah. That ability sucks. If I had not made my new recording setup on OBS and accidentally kept the microphone on, you'd probably hear me screaming in anger right now because I was furious. I was so fucking mad at this fight. I mean, good job, Antiquarian. I appreciate it, but not enough.
Really surprised the cultists didn't stress your Vestal out again and go for that heart attack.
Yeah, I don't know what was up with that. I think that was a, I think it's higher chance but not guaranteed. Like there's probably a 15 or 20% chance the AI is like, let's give him a break.
Yes, the leniency mechanic, I like it.
But yeah, Hankasha's at 170 stress after one fight.
Yeah, alright, let's find the rest of those medicines.
Yeah.
Everything's fine, nothing's going wrong here.
Yeah. Everything is okay, I guess.
Darkness closes in, haunting the hearts of men.
Haunting the hearts of this LP,
In
more like.
radiance, may we find victory.
Give me my fucking safety light. Also, luckily Hankish is a stress eater, so we're eating less food, unlike last time.
I think that's stress faster.
Thank you, stress faster.
Stress eater is double food consumption.
Yeah, that's what irritated me last time, because Luna's a stress eater. The stress continues.
Oh, good.
Everything is awful, and I hate everything.
God, you just have 0 back row.
Yeah, and I'm gonna regret that.
Yep.
And there it is, the mechanic you've been waiting for.
Yes.
Heart attack.
As life ebbs,
Heart attack has been vastly edited in its time of early access. Before, it used to be once you hit 200 stress, you were dead. You were
Yep.
fucking dead. But that
Instant kill, no debuff, or no debuff, just no saving throw, just fucking dead. And it was awful.
yeah, that got so many complaints, even from me, where I was just like, I'm fucking done with this game. This is too much. Then they nerfed it to where now
end approaches.
when you have a heart attack, you just get sent to death's door, but you lose 30 stress. So you could go on so you could have another heart attack. But now here's the kicker.
Yep.
I got accused to death. That wasn't part of the heart attack mechanic. I just rolled low on the death blow damage, because accusation does damage. So
Well,
I did.
if you are on death's door and you get another heart attack, it does instantly kill you.
Yes, that's the rub there, but that didn't happen there. I just got straight up accused to death. Do you imagine how fucking embarrassing that must be?
Well, I mean, she's dead, so
Yeah,
I don't think she cares.
Hankashaw's paranoid.
Yep.
Shonkel's dead. I want to see a fan artist's interpretation of what it's like to be accused to death. Do you just fucking... Does your brain just fucking lapse and you go comatose? Do you cut yourself based on the accusations? What the... How do you visualize being accused to death?
Maybe it's like someone yelling at you and you're just like, fuck it, I'm out.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm out. See ya. I'm gone. Yeah, this is a bad place to be in. This was not a good team.
Nope, you screwed the pooch on this particular
Great Evil King's hopeless.
There can be
good.
no hope in
Good. This is going well.
This is the epitome of Darkest Dungeon right here. This is absolute.
Okay, I'm gonna say 100% seriously. I'm really glad we have a run like this.
Yeah.
Everything goes wrong. It's not like an optional thing. You just you fuck it up with the Shambler. It's sometimes runs just go wrong in Darkest Dungeon like this.
Yeah, sometimes you just get RNG fucked, and then Great Evil King passes because he's like not talking for some reason, which is really creepy. Please stop accusing me to death. I'm also genuinely sure that this is the only time a madman has killed someone.
This expedition at least promises success.
Because he's not a lethal character.
Well, he's killed characters of mine indirectly. Oh, we're leaving?
Yeah.
We were doing well.
Evil
Okay.
is timeless, after all.
Evil is timeless.
Oh, yeah, but the madman usually kills indirectly with, making my second heart attack.
Yeah. And as if things didn't get any worse, The game crashed.
Wonderful.
Good job, Darkest Dungeon. You stressed me out so hard you killed your own game engine. Next time on Darkest Dungeon, I'm using rookies.
Oh, good.
See you folks next time.